What's the deal, gang? We're back. We're in session. It's hump day. Damn. And Charmed is on TNT. We gonna have to turn that off. Get me some Sports Center on TV. Da-na-na. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Come in, Rocky. What up, Terry? What's the deal, everybody? Mr. Wixalot, yes. Missed that voice. I'm losing it. I've been talking so much over the last few days that I'm starting to lose my voice. But I'm sorry. I woke up groggy and like I needed that first, pull, that first joint, the first couple of pulls in the morning when you're like, how about that riding? How about that elevator ride up to the office? That's why I hate living in buildings, chat. Because in the morning, when I used to take my kids to school, I'd get in the elevator and it would be like some random stranger who I didn't even know lived in my building that would be like, so lovely weather outside, huh? I'm like, bitch, it's 6 in the morning. I just woke up. I'm on my way to outside for the first time. Fuck you. Oh, and good morning. I haven't been outside yet. You fucking sleepless fucking insomnia having bitch. Go to sleep. It's 4 in the morning. No. That's another thing. Grumpy old man is not. I'm actually a morning person. Like, chat. I used to hate mornings and like starting a new day. Right? I just don't like people I don't know talking to me in the elevator. That's what I don't like. But like I just don't like people I don't know talking to me in general. But I'm a morning person, chat. Like I love morning. I love waking up. And I never used to be that. You know what? Not subconsciously. Consciously, I consciously trained myself to be a morning person. You know what I mean? Like I did it knowing that like, damn, I fucking hate mornings. I'm gonna learn to love it, and I've learned to love it, and I love mornings. I wake up and it's like but it's a Florida thing. We're not that friendly. No, man, it's not even that. Like I'm fine talking to 1,000 people right now, right? I just don't want you guys talking back. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm the one that starts the conversation kind of here. Like, yeah, you guys post and chat, but it'll be my conversation, right? The bitch in the elevator at 6 in the morning is typically like coming back up from walking her dog trying to talk to me or something. And it's always like, ooh, you believe this weather? I'm like, yeah, it's Florida, bitch. I believe 85 degrees. You believe how hot it is? Bitch, we live on the equator. Move. The fuck? Yes, I believe how hot it is. Do you believe it? Yeah, and it's always weather talk. It's not like, oh, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna get fucking stream unavailable. Either way, like, talk to me about some other shit if you see me in the elevator. Let's talk about, like, some three-piece rims. Let's talk about how the Knicks suck for the last 20 years. Can't believe this weather. Oh, yeah? I can't believe it's not butter, bitch. I don't know. I'm just annoyed. I have, you know what it is? As I'm talking, I have the specific lady in my head that I'm directing all this anger towards. You know who you are if you're watching this. She's not watching this. Are you going? Come here, give me a hug. Hold on, chat. Love you. Have a good day at school. Give him hell. All right. Give him hell, and if it's the teacher, tell him I said to give him hell. I love you. Go crazy. Yeah, I sent them off to school, chat. Give him hell. Yeah, that's how I send him to school. I tell him to fucking, you know, rule the day, don't let it rule you. Slip them to hell, that's a different kind of school. That's more of a private school thing. Damn, this beach is driving. Nice. All right, chat, let's do a little breakdown. This looked solid here for some sells. Jesus Christ, look at that last hour. Break at a high, that come, oof. Chat, be honest, how many of you are in positions right now on that last hourly sell? Right? Or did it not flip? Hold on. No. Oh, you might have not even gotten in here. It made the bottom wick first over there, right? And then came up. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be in there yet. Or at all, because it closed bullish. It looks solid, maybe even for a top wick, so. Celery play, yeah. Look at this. Also, look at these 30s that stayed below this area right here, right? They kept respecting it. This is interesting. Let's mark this up while it's riding down. Yeah, it might ride down here, but it's all right. We'll be okay if we miss it. So the daily still heading down from last night. Oh no, it stayed rangy and then headed down this 4 hour. 2 hour flip, the hourly, we're having a celery play. Okay, so remember I said this would be interesting last night. What we do here echoes the rest of the session. But really, it's okay. Okay. I believe we'll stick around somewhere here between 38 and 28 for our immediate session, right? For the time being. If we get out of these ranges, we'll mark some more up. But for now, I believe we'll stick around here for the session. I'm gonna wait to see this 30 through. Oh, that's what it was. It was comics open last 5 minutes ago, and it's so strange that it's driving now, right? Not 5 minutes ago. So I'm gonna see this 30 through, and maybe we'll have some entries. Let's see how this 30 closes here. This could get interesting depending on how we close, because this 30 with a really steep top wick here and the hourly already having one, if I want to see where we need to be below, because we might have some sells off the rip in about 5 minutes. Let's see if we can close below these wicks to the left. Maybe somewhere below here. I don't mind that. I also think the level here is really... Alright, let's see how this plays out here. Oh shit, Don Vo's in here. Sorry, Chad, I'm kind of neglecting you. What's the deal, bruh? 12, 24, 23. The day Forex breaks. Damn. Buck 40 CAD. You know what I could do with that? Honestly, chat, I just made a few pips. I think I'm good for the day. I should call it, right? It was 139. Hey, we get to 150, I'm calling it. Feed him, Wix. Feed him. You guys are so silly. A little hesitant here off the 1 hour, right, as the previous 1 hour closed bull, but it did close bullish below here, so I mean the sell replay seems to be valid. Even the top wick there seems to be valid, which is where I would have rather entered, but we didn't see that, or we were just talking a lot. Silly goose. You do have open positions. I do not have open positions. I don't like being in this range for now at all. Like the initial top wick, yes, but now that we kind of flipped and we didn't drive initially, and then the next candle flipped and drive, and then this candle now flipped, it's coming down, but it's not really coming down, right? It had a little push, and then now it's kind of like stuck here. Let's see, maybe this pushes off the rip here. I want to see how it closes. Yeah, Chad, I'm in no position to be in a position right now. Wicks, we have news today at 10. Yes, I really want to be off before 10, but what do we have? Consumer sentiment? We have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. Perfect. Could we watch for the next 3 hours? Sure, if you want to. We don't really have a bottom wick on this 30. Tiny. We got a pullback to 1 pip wick, and I think we closed at a support here. It didn't really get there. Got our volume song, chat. That's not how it sounds. That's not how it goes. I really don't like how this is drawn here. Okay, yeah, I like this a little bit better. Chat, we're gonna, just to be honest with you, I believe we're gonna watch the 4 hour play out here. If you weren't in on the 7 a.m., was that 7:30 top wick here, then you're kind of stuck here waiting for that. The move is still in playing, right? The move is still playing out. So you're kind of obligated for it to play out, wait for a support or break a support, or wait to establish a support, right? You break a support, you wait for a resistance to be established, and then we'll take more positions, unless it's a massive 4 hour drive right now to below 2028.5, right? At which point I will take a sell off the rip if we're able to close below 2028.5, but it doesn't look like it. We're a good 50 pips away, right, with 25 minutes to go in this 4 hours. So what I will do is I will let this play out. I will let this close. If this hourly closes like this, which is below the most recent, we have some range to the support here. We have about 20 pips, a little more to the next support. We get a top wick and we flip, right? Another top wick. We flip. I don't know if we're going to get one because look at all these top wicks and rejections. But if we get a top wick and flip, I'll be fine with the drive. I don't want a bullish closure on any candle here, right? Especially above 33. I want no closures above 33 because on the smaller time frame, right, on the 5 and the 15, we're coming back into range. If we close above it, and then it's just, right, if that happens, we can look for a support to be formed here or tapped, right? So, because if this closes like this, above this area, we should tap this area. And what you might see is, you might see a drive down, tap here, and then fill that. So it's kind of, well, can we take this to fill it? Yes, we'll see an indication of that. And then can we take this back in range? Yes, we will see an indication of that. But we need to see more candles print. We need to see more price action. We need to see this candle close with a wick at what, and we need to see it close above or below a level, and we need to see the next candle to see how it opens up. Because the way we are printing right now, there are no positions at the moment. We must wait. And if we're waiting and we have 20 minutes to the 4 hour close, that's the strongest candle closure during our session, right? The 4 hours. So this closure should carry with it, you know, the most weight, the most information for a closure will be printed in this candle. For us, for the way we trade, relative to the way we trade, will be printed here. Yeah, a couple years back, we're in here on the break of that. Roman said he didn't understand shit. Well, I can't explain it in Russian, Roman. Because if I explain it in Russian, no one else will understand shit. Why are sell stops not valid here? Anything is valid. There's no such thing as valid or invalid, right? 30 close, no bottom wick here, indicating not much range. There's no valid or invalid. There's what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. Little Wix has gone to school, yeah. Hopefully they give him hell. You Russian? No, but I speak it. Slav here. I'm Ukrainian. Petition for Wix to do Russian breakdowns. Fun fact, chat. In Russia, they don't have Christmas trees. You know what they have? New Year's trees. We break out the tree on New Year's. It's called a New Year's tree. It's not called a Christmas tree. Have you spent time in Ukraine? First 9 years of my life, yes. Dagestan? I'm not messing with nobody from Dagestan. Those fuckers fight bears as a hobby. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Damn, we driving. Anybody had themselves looking sweet. But we will do nothing. All right? You will do nothing till this hourly closes. Dagestani are different. Could be mini bosses. They have just a different mentality. They're a different mentality people. Nothing wrong with it. They're just fucking wild. You want to smoke, Lawless? I'm already smoking. I got a J lit outside. Matter of fact, chat, I could stand on the other side of that window and run the stream. That's what makes them win every fight. You know what it is? I think there's like a mystique surrounding Dagestani fighters that like the rest of the, you know, MMA world understands that they're just built different. And it kind of subconsciously, I think it creeps into their head. I do. I think people that like even in the UFC, I think people come in a little hesitant versus the Dagestani fighters. And there's a lot of them. Built like tree trunks. It's just, I don't know. They have a different mentality. Can you explain why we didn't get in on the celery play? I'm just not comfortable with the position there, the way it was printing. And I think if we would have gotten in, it shouldn't have been a celery play. It should have been a top wick before our stream even started, like right here. Right there. Your entry should have been 2036. If that wasn't your entry, it's too late. For me personally. And like you could have, but that just wasn't for me. Wow, look at that. We just called that, right? A tap into here and a flip. Look at that. No bottom wick on that 30. Wow, this is so freaking interesting. I love Forex chat. Dagestani one house. No. One fight. Fish for dinner. What was it that made you uncomfortable? The fact that I would be getting. I remember how I think I dropped a reel for this. You know how you see your position play out? It's like, oh damn, it's playing out. And then once it's played out, you're like, fuck, it's still going. I'm gonna get in here. That's what it was for me. It's like, all right, my position, technically my entry has come and gone the way I trade today. And now I see it playing out, and maybe 2 years ago it would have been an entry for me, but today
it's not my entry, right? My entry would have been that top wick, and the flip here would have been my break even, and then the rest would have been a runner, house money. But I was too late on that, and I wasn't gonna settle for a position worse than my position, even though technically it's a still a profitable position. But personally, it felt like settling, right, instead of attacking. And it's just like a principle in my head. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. You have to have principles, right, that you live by, that you work by, and you have to stick to them, because otherwise you're just flimsy. If anyone can say something, or anything can, like, small things can happen and throw you off of your plan, off your route, then you're GG's. You're a jittery person. You're not. You're a flimsy individual. Because this will translate into other aspects of your life, I promise you. No, not GG's, but like JI. Like, you're jittery. People that got the jitters, I say they got the GG's. It's Fugazi. Fugazi, it's not real. It's not on the elemental plane. It doesn't exist. It's a wazi. It's a woozy. Matthew McConaughey is fucking great. For a second there, I thought you called my name. Oh, Gigi baby. What up? How did you know I was going to drive down then up? It came to me in a dream. I had a dream, and all I'm doing here is just telling you what dreams I had. No, because the market gave an indication that that's what it was going to do, right? It held the support. It came down without giving a massive top wick, and now we've tapped this 2030 and we flipped. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Sorry, give me 1 second, chat. Does Wix have a wife? No, I have a fucking infant printing press. It just prints new babies. I'm running it right out of the call center. Right out of the margin call center. We're printing kids in 3D. Need a big fat one? Yep, there you go. 1-800 got clapped. Call them up. Probably get a big fat one on eBay or something. I do premium only. These are blonde and blue eyes with abs. That's all I do. This is the master race. Mr. Wicks gets very profound questions. Yes.
Wix, you remember when was your biggest plot twist? Yeah, it was about 12 years ago. I was sitting in my pharmacy. I get a phone call, which I thought was a customer, and it wasn't a customer. It was my wife saying, uh, I'm pregnant. I was like, damn! Damn. So you're a pharmacist? No, but I did own one. Damn. What a rejection here. Literally drew the whole thing. Now, we need a closion belosion. Did you smoked today? I love how that's such an important topic. At least 200 people have asked if I smoked today. At least. I'm glad we're sticking to this to the nitty-gritty here, to the really important stuff. I'm sure you all want to know what the support price is on weed USD. Making sure it's the real Wix. True. It's part of the playbook. Where THC USD. Are you bullish or bearish? Definitely bullish. All right, chat. You know what I'm gonna do here? Let's take a look at the 23-minute time frame. Let's see how it's going. And now we got the 23-minute time frame with the 30 printing back up in range. Highly likely the next 30 comes down at this rate, breaks the lows here and drives up. Very interesting. $23-minute? What the heck, dude? Yep, that's the GOAT time frame. Can you explain liquidity and price retest at support? Sometimes it's the same thing. See, we retested the support here, and then we grabbed liquidity, and now we grabbed orders. Now we're driving up. 4 hour will close very bearish. You know what this tells me? This tells me that you have maybe an hour or two or a half hour of riding up to do before the market flips. I think this 4 hours should give you a pretty solid top wick and then come down. But it's a 4 hour, so that can show up in the shape of 2 or 3 bullish hourly candles. That's the case. Can we get some buys up to 38? And if we open up with a straight drive up, can we get some sells down to 30? Or if we open with a push in any direction and get a closure by like 9:30 by NYC outside of 30 or 38, I think we might be in off the rip depending on what happens. So
Thoughts on 3-minute time frame? Well, that's why I don't go there. Too many thoughts. Do a house tour. I can turn this camera the other way, but you won't see much. You'll see my tattoo chair and my collection of Jordans. You won't see much from this camera, but we can try. I can show you what's in front of me. A whole bunch of niggas. See, this is what in front of me looks like. Right there. See that, chat? You see that little horse? That was given to my 11-year-old for her 4th birthday, and it's passed down to every single one of my kids. So that's what it looks like right now. Office tour complete. Why is this horse so small? That pony though. Sneak ahead, yes. Chat, at 100K subs, we're gonna be in a different house. I think at 50K, so by the time we get to 50K subs, we'll be in a different house. Make the Jordan collection your background. That's what Don said. Don was like, yo, just put all the sneakers back here. And I'm like, it's not gonna fit. Like, it's gonna take up the entire window and everything. How much mileage on the horse? Oh, that's never mind. Oof, what a push. What a push here to close out the hourly, close out the 4-hour. What a rejection for the 4-hour. Can we get a no top wick here on the hourly? A no top wick, and then as soon as we tap 2038, we'll take some sells. 2038.9. Mirror from December 14th, 15th. Yes and no, because on December 14th, 15th, you see how you were riding up from 2012, 2000 area up. You see how over here you have come down. It's coming from top to bottom. And if you're talking about this was a rejection from this massive drive. This is not a rejection from a massive drive. This is, you know, we're filling the range and coming back down in range. So it's a bit of a different market cycle, right? Especially if you look at it on the higher time frame and the dailies and stuff. It's different, you see? The way it was there and the way it's here. So the market was in a different cycle, so it can react differently. Don't put them near the window. I mean, they're like in the middle of my office anyway. Sneak ahead, you're like 40 years old, not in high school. Cause I can. Cause I can, right? I can wake up, smoke a big fat Jamaican joint, put some baggy shit on, throw on a fucking different pair of Jordans for each foot. Cause I can. My age got nothing to do with it. Oh, no top wick, chat. Let's see if we can come up, create a top wick, and we'll have some cells. I do it because I can. Right? Age is just a state of mind, dog. I feel 20. How you feel? Why would I ban him? No, I want everyone to see how obtuse he is. Oh, I know I can. Shit. Believe me, when I walk into a public place smelling like weed, people also like, well, you can't do, you're 40 years old, you can't do it. I'm like, fuck you. If you're jealous, be jealous quietly, right? Be jealous quietly internally to yourself. Don't project it. I know I walk in that school and I smell like crazy weed, and I know every single school administrator over there like, damn, he smells like crazy. But I also know that in the back of their head, they're like, fuck, I wish I could walk into the school smelling like this. I know it because they all smoke, 100%. Anyone hating wears Team George? Word, Luke Longley, motherfuckers. Oh, shit, that's funny. Damn. You some Tony Kukoc motherfuckers, huh? You wear those. Funniest thing, found my son's joint, I smoked them all. Word. Why? Why not hit him up and be like, look, I would rather you smoke these with me while you're smoking it too. You should just, you know, I'd rather you smoke these with me than anywhere else. Now go to your room, you're grounded. And he'd be like, why? What's wrong with your smoking? And he'd be like, no, it's because you didn't smoke with me. And then after that, he'll just show up at home and be like, all right, you want to smoke? And this way, you know what he's doing, and you know when he's doing it, he's in good hands. Now he's going to hide it from you and go do it with somebody else. But that only works with weed, right? Because then, like, you can't do that with other shit. That's terrible parenting. I'd rather have my kids smoking. And I like. Here's the thing: the stats are there. The stats will tell you, like, right? Like, there's an 80% chance your kid's gonna smoke weed, and if it just if that's what's gonna happen, and if they're out and about, I want them to feel comfortable that they can come to me and discuss whatever they want, feel, or like, have a discussion, right? I would never punish them for that because they have to go through it. How are you going to punish them for having to go through it? It's a rite of passage, not that they have to, because it's just the world, right? They'll leave the house and they'll bump into it. And I would rather them be able to come to me with the inevitable than to go look for answers somewhere else from people that don't care about them. And I don't want them, believe me, I don't want them smoking weed. I don't want them doing all this shit, but I know they're gonna bump into it. It's so prevalent, right? And it's like, it's basically legal here that I know they're gonna bump into it. So I would rather be the one guiding the thought process than anyone else. That's not the world in some Muslim countries. Bro, I live in America, all right? That is my reality on a daily basis. Wick entry or flip? I'm debating that right now. That was a really strong hourly push, but no top wick. If we tap 38, 920 here, it'll probably be the wick. I want to see where we drive off of from. I think we continuously tap 38, 920. But then again, we're tapping into these wicks, and right, if it flips, we might miss it, but this would be, I would be more comfortable up there. But remember what I also said, this could take a couple of hours, right? It might not be initially a flip. This could take a couple of hours because it's a new 4-hour candle. The hourly's closed bullish here. Your understanding here is the hourly closed bullish with no top wicks, so you're expecting, you know, to come back down and flip. And the 4-hour has left a bottom wick to fill. And we're struggling to come up here, right? What's the advantage point here? 10, 11. Yeah, the open window sucks, I know. I agree with you. It makes me look like a shadow. Hmm. So you know what I'm doing? I'm gonna take a sell right here. I just took a sell, and we might come up higher. We might create a steeper top wick, but I believe this 4-hour is gonna have to flip. And if it flips here, I don't want to miss it. But if it comes up, flips later, it's all right. You guys will be angry for a little bit. We'll spend some time drawdown, and then. Because yeah, it might ride up, but you have the 5 closing with no top wick, right? You have 1530 and 1 with no bottom wick, with the 4-hour no bottom wick and a wick to fill. So if it comes up steeper, great, I won't panic. We'll look for some pineapples, but I believe we need to break the lows on this current 4-hour if we're gonna drive up or down, right? So let me just put this on here. I have a short position right here, right? Okay, that's 9 pips over here. Maybe one more push. I'd like a push down now, otherwise we come back up and create a steeper top wick. So I'd like the push to happen now. Yeah, I saw about 9. That was it. see. Can we flip? We re-break the lows that we just had. All right, boom. Wow. That happened quick as fuck. I didn't get a chance to manage my position. Because it's a 5 break of the lows, right? So you could technically have grabbed some orders to drive up and create a steeper top wick here on the 5. It's possible. I'm still in there. I wanted to close. I saw 12 pips for a second, and I wanted to close half, and I didn't have a chance. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. I'm still looking. It created a bottom wick, right? No, it didn't. It created that off the rip. So if it comes up here, we'll see some more drawdown, right? I'm okay with that. I probably wouldn't have been break even, or I might have been if it kind of stuck around there, but I don't think that's the push. We might create a steeper top wick here on the 4 hour and come down a bit later, which is okay. If you want, you guys can get out now, but I believe we'll make a steeper top wick and come down afterwards. This was the initial push. Yeah, maybe it does have enough liquidity, but I think the way the 4 hour closed here, right? This 4 hour candle is going to need some kind of bottom wick here. Even if it is to drive up to the top of the range, this will close and then you'll get a wick. And if not, we'll see rejections. We'll see the closures above, or we'll see the market rejecting somewhere in this area. We'll look for pineapples. Strong reject. We might break the 4 hour highs and then make a decision. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we did close below the 4 hour levels, right? So I'm expecting us to still come down and fill the wicks here. You gotta update the record. I think it's updated. Pretty sure it's updated. Oh, we got news at 10, right? In 45 minutes. Well, hopefully we're out of it by then, but if we're not, then hope you didn't over risk. Level of pineapple, I want to see if we could create a resistance at 42, 43. But ideally, we drive down now. Shit. You had a bearish, right? Previous 5 closed bearish. Now you have a 5 closed above the range. So typically what happens in these situations, you'll push up. No, you don't want to hear it, but you kind of have to in order to grab orders. And the 5 closed above, right? So technically this candle should push up. If it doesn't, great. But technically, it should push up to grab more orders. Oh, did I just go over this? Yo, my bad. Shit, what was the last thing I said? I'm over here reading questions, answering them. Okay, I was answering the part where you're like, well, you want everything to line up in the same direction. Well, the 4 hour close below here, that's what I was just showing here. And then the 4 hour close below the overall and the most recent. And then you also had the 1 hour give you no top wick, which indicates no more range to come up. So if you're taking that with the 4 hour, understanding that it should come down and the 1 hour has no more range, that's how you get our wick entry, expecting to come back down and flip. Because the flip is our advantage here. It's our advantage point, right? Which is around 11, 12 pips. And we saw that first initial rejection. So if we flip there and we don't take it, we miss it. But it was if we don't flip there, right? And we continue up and we're in a trade. I told you earlier, you guys will be mad for a little bit longer, but then eventually we'll still have to come down and break this low. Okay? Just how I see it. I believe the 4 hour will need to flip if it is to drive up or down. It's going to have to make a decision there. Or in general, price, not necessarily the 4 hour, but price will have to come down, break the 4 hour low. We'll do it here. We don't know. Yeah, I can't believe I was muted for a long time. I went I went into deeper stuff by like, damn, I'm not repeating all that. Daily might take over, yeah, but I think for that to happen, we'll still need to come down, make a bottom wick here, and then drive. Why would we close below on the 4-hour and then the 1-hour give no top wick, indicating no range? In that case, I would have probably expected the 4-hour then to close above, even if it's bearish. So I don't. Let's see what happens here. Love you. Wix, why don't you unmute so that if it happens again? Because honestly, last time I muted people in general, like in the Zoom that weren't on cam, like there would be like a bunch of weird noises coming out of Zoom, and I would never know who it is because they weren't on camera. So that's the reason, Toby. Right? Because I'm running a stream and then it's like weird noise out of Zoom, or like somebody says out of pocket, and then by the time I look at it, it's like, well, fuck, missed that. Okay, once we re-break the lows here, this time, okay, chat, I'm closing right there. I just closed at 13 pips, partials. I'm sorry, I didn't close my whole position. I didn't close my whole position. Don't close everything. I closed 13 pips partially, and I have runners till I'm break even, and I have runners running to 2020, 2022. 2030, honestly, I might think about closing full at 2030. I want to see how we get there. But another W. Congratulations, everybody.
We got a runner.
Yeah, yo.
Wow, I feel good.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on notifications so you know when we're on and you don't miss any of these trades, breakdowns. So see, now that we broke the lows and have a bottom wick, yeah, if the daily wants to take over, let it take over. This was our job. That's it. Job well done. We're done. We're done. The rest is house money, chat. Honestly, if it runs here, great. If it doesn't, I don't care. You know what I'm actually going to do? I got 23 pips here. I'm going to close another 25. Here we go. And I'm going to close another quarter at 25. So I'm going to have a quarter position running here. Boom. So I only have a quarter of my position running. And at this point, I closed a quarter at 25 here. And the rest will be either full TP or break even. 75% of my position is closed here at 25. Can you break down the trade again? I did it really quickly when someone asked me if the daily's about to take over. Chad, give me 1 second. I'll explain. I mean, I'll answer all questions, but I got a joint outside and it's about to rain out there. And honestly, I've been fiending to smoke. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I promise you I'll come smoke with you guys. I mean, I'll come talk to you guys. For now, I'm smoking with you guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Now I can open up Zoom for anyone that's on camera. Oh, now I got to update the record. Yeah, you're right. Let me update the record so while I'm gone, and here, anyone that's in the Zoom. What up, Matis? What up, Pozo?
Hey, how are you, bro?
Good, how are you?
Have a nice day, my friend.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. I'm very happy. I want everyone to go out and have an amazing and incredible fucking day.
Amazing day, my friend.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me update the records. Win number 74. See, like people were asking me on Asian, so why you trade Asian? I stream Asian. Like most of my profits come from New York, right? But a lot of profits come from Asian, but the majority come from New York session. Stream or not, in general, I trade Asian and New York, but the majority of the profits come from New York. Um,
That was fun.
that was fun.
Hmm.
For about 5 minutes, I had a 1,000 haters. I told you guys are gonna be
They're
upset for
so
about 5
stupid.
minutes, and that's it.
Well, go back and look in the charts. You can actually see it does this play a lot,
Yeah,
like a
it
lot.
does. It does. Yes, I agree. Yeah, and
It's so
you
aggressive.
know what builds confidence when you see it happen a lot, you take it over and over, and it wins a
Mhm.
large part of time, and then you're like, well, even if I lose, like if I just keep taking this like you know that it keeps you calm. That like pretty much like you have the comfort of knowing, right? Because other people haven't noticed it, right? I guess there's a lot of newer people, they look at other things, they trade differently, but people don't notice certain things. And then like in your head, you've seen this, so you know, so the comfort level's there, so you're calm about it because you understand how it's
Yeah.
got to print out here for the market to do anything. So there's a certain comfort level in taking positions that you know. Call this break of Asian low, retest to previous low. Gold always does this. Boom. See, you guys are recognizing things. 8 months. Appreciate the 8 months, heart full of pain. That's a W. Thank you. I remember the day you joined. It should have been heart full of gain. Change their name to heart full of gains. Heart full of profits. All right. Honestly, I'll sit here, we'll watch the news play out. I want to see, like, I'm in a position here, but if we don't hit BE before news and news comes out in our direction, it's going to be a 150 pip day for us. So it's low risk at this point, right? You can close whatever. I have a quarter position and I'm risking 17 pips on a quarter of a position for the news to come out and give me 150, 135. So if we don't hit anything before news comes out, it's house money at this point, right? Let's see, maybe it comes out in our direction.
Wix, change time frame 5 minutes. I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Okay, now in this range we have a fake out. Okay.
Fake
Now
out
we have
based
a
on
range
what
for
level?
in this level. Just wait. We have here and this area. So
Okay.
we come here, we make
But
this
did you really
fake out.
close below? You mean a fake out right now that we closed below?
No. But I
Oh.
mean in the time frame, the big time frame, he
Oh,
make
previously,
it
right here,
close-
right? When we closed back in
yeah.
range? Yeah.
Yeah, we close back to range and it was 4 hours still not closing. So when it closed this area, here it closed 4 hours, bro.
Yeah.
I know it is 4 hours need to make a bottom, but it was this 4 hours too much weak, big week. So maybe it will not make a week
Right.
down, big one, yeah?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
I don't know. But here's the thing. I only play my edge, and my edge was the top of this wick to the flip. That was my edge in the market. I understand that when this happens, when the hourly closes like this, the 4-hour closes bearish, right, with a massive bottom wick back in range, and the first thing we do is make a top wick. I understand we have to flip. We have to. So my edge is the understanding that it's got to come back down from here to at least here. I'm up 16 pips. The rest is house money. I don't know. I don't have an edge here where the market is right now. And I didn't have an edge where the market closed. I had an indication that maybe it'll play out. But my edge is this. That's it. It was just understanding that we're going to need to come back down and create a bottom wick. I don't know if we're going to continue heading up, down. I don't know what it's going to do in this range. And I don't know if this was strong enough, you know, for the market to drive up. Obviously, it wasn't. Because if you look at it, right, if the market came down here and rejected here, and now we're coming down, we probably need to come down to these areas in order to be able to drive past here, because with all these orders, we were only able to top out here. So that's my understanding. So if you start getting higher time frame closures, really bearish closures, then I would be pretty confident you're going to break this low right here, right? These lows and enter into 2030 to 2020 area, right? That's just how I look at it. But the edge itself on an entry, I can see where price is going, where it technically should go, but our edge there was that specific entry, was the top wick entry. We have more edges, right? We have different ways we can play different setups, but when this happens, when the 4-hour closes bearish, the hourly closes with no top wick, even though it had that strong bullish rejection, look, on the 4-hour, you've just created a range technically on the hourly as well. The hourly's created a range, right? Look, the 4 hours filling the wick down. I understand how it would look once it flips, but this is a range. We could bounce in here for the rest of the day. This bottom wick here, top wick here. Yeah, the candle closed. This created a range. It opened up straight up. This created a range. You're in this overall range now. We could be here for the rest of the day and not go anywhere, right? This is the higher time frame range. Now you need closures. You need a bearish closure here to come down and tap the low of this range. But if we are going to come back up and not range here, we'll probably need to break the lows here in order to not range between 38 and 30. We'll need to break the lows at 28, 29 to either continue driving down or grab orders to go past 38, go past this top wick, get out of this range. Because if it could have done it, if this is enough orders to do that, why isn't it doing it now? Why is it rejecting? Probably not enough orders. So then logic tells you we need to grab more orders. More orders are below the range, if it is to come up. But if it isn't, I mean, it's a win-win now, right? Because you're expecting it to come down. I don't know, but I don't look. I look for setups, and then I look at what specific point my edge is. I don't care what the daily will do from now on. Yeah, the daily might take over. Wicks, you got sells. The daily's bullish. Great, but my edge is that little piece.
Okay.
Don't look to do more. Right? Get out of your own way. Do what you know, and eventually it'll lead to more. Don't look to do more. Look to do what you do. Using 20 lot? No, that was a 10 lot. It was a 10 lot, and what I did was I opened 2 5-lot positions. Did you close full? No, I have a runner. I have a runner at 30 pips in profit here. I have a quarter of my position running with stops to break even. And like I said, it's only a quarter of my position, right? I closed the majority of my position at 25, so. You waiting for 10 a.m. news? I would like to see us kind of range here and not come up before 10 a.m. because, hey, we hit BE, we hit BE, but if the news comes out in our direction, we might have a chance at a really good runner. But you also have to understand this, right? Look, the previous hourly, I'm about to point with my finger. The previous hourly here had no top wick. So what happens? The next hourly now, in the shape of a 5 or a 15 minute, right, has given it a top wick. Look, the 30 has now given it a top wick. So there's nothing wrong with driving up now, because now the range has been created, right? You have now created this range here. So it doesn't matter now for the last hourly not having a top wick, because there's no edge there anymore, right? Now the top wick's been created, even though it was created by the next candle, but it's created the next range. So now if it drives up, it's completely understandable because you have a wick to fill, you have a range to fill up. The issue is, the question is, was this enough orders to keep it down, or are we really looking to drive up on the daily? We'll see. We'll see what takes over here. I think the news will impact the rest of the day and where it flows. I'm going to hold the last quarter for news because I believe if the news goes in our direction, that last quarter will make me more than the original 75% in the position. Because for this quarter to do what my initial position closure was, I'd have to triple, right? I'd have to triple 25. So I'd have to get 75 basically to get as much as my initial closure. And I think we can get 75 would be here. I think we can get 150. If it comes out in our direction. If it doesn't, then it's okay. We got a W anyway. We got a nice big W. You guys can, you're 30 pips in profit, 20 pips in profit here. You can close full. You can do whatever you want. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to watch this ride up against me. If it's break even, I got stops to be. It's house money at this point. We're up 22 pips and let the news play out in 20 minutes. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to go smoke, and I'll be right back, everybody. Yeah, you got the Zoom in here, so if you guys want to talk or chat amongst yourselves, you can. Wait, what is this? What is this in the clubhouse? Me telling the most interesting story. I don't know who posted that. Don't you ever feel there's more risk of taking a trade 30 minutes before news release because there's a chance price would not do follow strike? We took a trade way before that. Took a trade like an hour before the news. Will we hit stops here before the news? Will we hit BE? Will we survive? Interesting. Ooh, if this fucking thing flips. Flippity pippity now. Welcome to the clubhouse, Caleb. Appreciate you. And if you want to join the private session on Sundays, you got to join Wix's table, not the clubhouse. People make that mistake all the time. I get messages on the weekend all the time. Hey, how come I don't see your private session? Because it's not the clubhouse. It's Wix's table. Well, if it stops now, I won't see it. I'm going to go outside, take a few pulls. If we hit BE, and you guys, whoever's in the Zoom, yell it. B! Great session, everybody. You know who I haven't seen on Zoom today? The captain. And I've never seen Eddie on the Zooms. Eddie lifts. Needs to get a cam. Needs to get a camera. Sup, Wix, all the best to you and the DVS crew. Appreciate it.
press the button.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
It didn't get me. I be coughing on purpose. What do you smoke? That cryptochronic kind of like. Coffee makes you higher. Yes. All right, the 5 has formed the support here, but can we not ride up before the news? I don't know. And that's definitely a lie. No, it's not. Coffee makes you higher. It's a fact. You know what also makes you higher? Smoking and going to the gym. If you go to the gym after you smoke, it makes you higher than... I've explained this before, right? You have THC stored in your fat cells, right? Now when you go to the gym, what are you burning? When you go to the gym, what are you burning? I mean, besides the joint on the way there. I only go to the gym after a joint. I smoke a fat Jamaican joint or 2 maybe on my way to the gym. So what happens is you're burning fat where THC is stored. So technically you're burning the part where that stores THC. If so facto, you're burning THC. Why would you do that? Because I like to be high in the gym. I like to smoke and not have to interact with anybody. I zone in and zone out. So when you smoke and then you burn your fat, you get more high. Those THC are melting and activating it with you getting an internal high. It's like throwing a joint in a human flesh oven, basically. Yes. You're not lightheaded when lifting or running? No. I'm zoned out and I go extra hard and I take no breaks. Someone asked me in the gym yesterday, how is it that you're able to come in like looking smooth, right? But in 10 minutes, like, how do you get so ripped? How's everything? Because the smaller the break is, right, between your sets, the bigger the pump you get. So keep your breaks short. Big fucking W. All right, we're still riding here, Chad. I got runners. Hold on. Oh, I was saying, my bad, I'm muted. I was saying I'm a little light today on the breakfast. This is my entire breakfast, which is just 3 eggs and bread with peanut butter. Why are you always muted? Because my house is like a construction zone. I got 3 kids, a wife, a cat, a fucking neighbor, who throws house parties 8 times a week. Boiled eggs and hot dogs? No. That's just 3 boiled eggs, and typically I like 5 boiled eggs, but we're out of eggs, chat. They're expensive, yo. I'd be buying eggs out of a trunk of a car in front of a supermarket. My neighbor, yo, honestly, when I moved in here, let's talk about this for a second. My neighbor, when I moved in here, this fucker was having a party the day I moved in, right? And then the day after, he had another party. So I'm like, all right, so maybe it's just a long party. And then it was a Friday. Now it's a Saturday, he had another party. And then Sunday, he had another party. So I'm like, all right, like he likes to party. And then on Monday, I'm like, what is it, a long weekend that he's having a party? And then Tuesday comes, and I was like, all right, it's quiet. No, midnight party. And no, he's not Hispanic. So I was standing outside of my house one day. I just, I go in the middle of the street and I'll fucking smoke a joint right in the middle of the street so they can, I can see what the fuck's going on in the neighborhood. I just be standing in the middle of the street looking at all the houses. And he saw me. And he was like, hey, neighbor. And he walked over and he was like, yo, this is what I do. I throw parties. No, he was like, we like to party a little bit. But then I realized, that's what he does. He throws parties as, events. And it's crazy. Yo, what are we doing here? Top wick, drive down. Right? The 5-minute close bearish below the range. Top wick and a flip. Or will this take us out? I don't want to drive either direction. I want the shit to range until news, but we might get taken out here the way it looks before news. Let's see what happens. Can we survive before the news? Or will this just do a... Wix, will you ever have an in-person training? I appreciate the $4.99 or live events for those of us who live in Miami interested in seeing the charts from your perspective. We just had one, Tanisha. We just had one in August. Don Vo did an incredible event. I'm sorry, it was July. It was July, I think 17th to the 21st we had one. So I don't think it's going to be in Miami anytime soon. Nobody called you? Yeah, we had a lot of people show. Yo, by show of hands, who was at the Miami event? I can't see your fucking hands. Yeah, Tina was there. Bougie was there. Jay Good. Green was almost there. He got delayed at the airport, so I met up with Green the day after. He hits me up. He's like, how is it? It's still going? I'm like, yeah, we're leaving. He's like, fuck. I was like, it's all right. I'll meet up with you tomorrow. Green got delayed at the airport for forever. That's why I told him for London event, he's got to show up a week earlier. I was at the Miami event, didn't know what was going on, so I passed by annoyed with all the traffic. Nice. Tell Mateus to blink. Oh, I thought he was frozen too for a second. I was gonna say he's just frozen. It was so fire, crazy how it's been 6 months already. Yeah, true.
When is the London event? In about 4 or 5 months. People be saying I don't blink either. Nah, Tina, you blink. When I spoke to you, you were normal. Mateus over there for a second, I thought he froze. Would news drive us down? Well, that's what we hope. But we don't know. We might not even survive till the news. We got 10 minutes we need to survive. Any chance to re-enter the trade? Our edge here is gone, right? The edge was the 4-hour flip before it had a bottom wick. Now that the 4-hour has a bottom wick, the edge is gone. The hourly's created a top wick here before it didn't have one, right? So once it made one, your advantage here is over with. Wicks this your last week? No, probably not. Like I said, if the market's open, as we're driving up here, yeah. As long as the market's open, I'll be streaming. Unless I have some shit going on or we got like a holiday party in the family or something like that. But like, which I think we might have one. Like, I think my brother's having a get together, but I'll let you guys know in advance. Damn, we never survived to the news, huh? Well, not yet. We still 6 pips away, 7 pips away. Higher time frame, lower time frame, I don't know. It looks further away from our level than like this, right? Like this looks like it's almost tapping. Like this, it's like, ah, shit. Damn, 7 minutes here for news. Will we get to see the news? Doubt it. Five years. I'm doing trading. Yeah, me too. Me too. What's gonna be cool though is our volume song. Light work, 3 eggs isn't enough. I know, but I'm out of eggs, dog. Like when your family is like 5 or more, you gotta buy like 2 cartons and a chicken. Like you gotta buy a real fucking hen to sit and pop out eggs. When you got a big family, you need to get yourself, you don't buy eggs and steak. You buy a chicken and a cow, and that's how you feed them. Hmm? Yeah, we're still discussing breakfast. No, we went off the topic and now we've come back to it. So now we're waiting on news to come out. Find an ostrich. Oh man, we're so close. We're so close to hitting BE on the runners here. It's our volume song here. Can hold the line. Hold the line.
song. Yeah, this will be wild if we hit BE here on the last candle of the hourly before the news. I'm not gonna re-enter. It's like a pip away there. Yo, if we fucking survive this. If we fucking survive this right now. Yeah, no, we won't. I'm less than a pip. Chat. My BE just hit. I don't know why it's not showing him, but my BE just hit. This one. I'm out here, chat. Oh, that was still there. Well, with 2 minutes before the news. Well, look at it this way, because if it's bullish here, and we're ranging right around our stop, right, and we just hit it, the news might have opened up really volatile here. It might open up very bullish, and then you'd get slipped. Can you trade on news? You can, but I'm not going to, right? Because I got my position. What I will do is I'll watch it play out, right? Got these eggs here. Oh, these are a bit runny. We got this peanut butter here. These are delicious. 'How do I join paid signals? I do not provide paid signals. I provide free signals when I stream. Yeah, now we chill. Speak some Russian in BW. I don't know what that means, BW. Seconds here. Trade over now, ASMR. Yeah. It's kind of annoying listening to people chew. I thought it was like good at ASMR, but then I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon, the last one that they did, and they were eating that pizza, and it was like, yo, you guys need to finish eating and then continue the conversation. I couldn't stand it. So, yeah, good pizza. Like, come on, Joe. Three eggs toast with peanut butter. How much protein? Not enough. Need at least 5 eggs. Minimum. Minimizzle. All right. He's ready? This shit drives down 1,000 pips right now. You guys will see a camera fly across a fence into a neighbor's yard, maybe a pool. Yeah, it hit my BE. No, I'm not re-entering. I'm good. I'm good. I'm done for the day. Like it would be against what I do to re-enter here. What I will say though, this will be interesting to see it push because you can probably, if it never flips here, if it never flips bullish here, right? You could probably take the re-break of the lows on the 5. This is where I look for the 1 minute typically. Right? You're going to create a support. This is why I look at the 1 minute on the news because it moves so quickly that the edge on the news is on a smaller time frame. So you'll watch the market pull back. It could be on a 1, it could be on a 5. It'll create a support, it'll create a resistance on the 1 minute. It'll rarely do that on the 5 on strong news, typically on the 1, and then the re-break of the lows will be our entry. I just can't enter here. How did the news come out? Let's look at it. Ooh, really good news, right? So technically we should see gold driving down, right? So look, now you have established a support. This is, I'm not trading news here, but I would tell you how I would typically trade it. Then I would wait for a resistance to be established and a drive to break the lows. A resistance, I'd probably wait for this minute to close. If it doesn't break the lows, right, the next minute would, and that would have been my entry. But I'm not entering anything here. First of all, it hasn't set up yet. Second of all, I'm done for the day. I've made what I needed to make. Just want to see the first 5 minutes. I want to see how it pushes here. Right, so you see it kind of created support. We closed bullish. Now you have a bearish closure, which is telling me now it's a resistance form. Now if it could grab a top wick above there, because price action still matters, right? It still matters that this doesn't have a top wick. It still matters this closes with no bottom wick, but typically a top wick and a bottom wick here on the 1 minute, you got an entry right here. So this is how I typically trade FOMC or, you know, NFC or CNN or any of that. But any really volatile news, I'll typically trade like that off a 1 and a 5, because sometimes you'll get that push for the entire 5 minute, no support, no resistance, and you switch over. Or CNN and PMSNBC, I be on that. He is using, can you say? I'd be trading ABC on the 1 minute. Trade UFC like this? You crazy. NFC. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. User wild. I'm not stoned enough. The day is young, my friends. The day is young. It's fucking storming outside. It's not storming, it's raining, drizzly, and the pool guy is on his way here. This is gonna be fun.
What's your zodiac? T-Rex. I'm a T-Rex, according to the zodiac. You got a pool guy? Yeah, he's on his way here. It's been windy, so like all of the fucking... I got some really tall trees. Really tall. Like, I got a ticket from the city the other day that like the trees are like being like from the wind. It was really windy, so now like all the branches from specifically from my trees are just all over the block. Do you feed him in your basement? Who, the pool guy? No, the pool guy doesn't live here. Pool guy works for a pool company, and he's probably at a different house right now. Then he's gonna show up here, work on my pool, and dip. Wixacanson, no. You guys know when my birthday is, right? The worst trade of the year, 2 years in a row, has been on my birthday. No, my birthday's in September. Wix is a Virgo. No, it's not 9/11. My birthday is September 16th. I'm 16th. No, I'm 16th. Are we pushing up right now? Maybe on a 1 minute. On the other time frames, it looks like we're creating a top wick. Also, your birthday is a sad day in your house, yes. Gang, let's call it a session because there's going to be no more trades. I get several eggs daily from my hens. I feel that. I need that. I need that, Jules. I need some Florida hens. "21 and 2 kids? No, I got 3 daughters. It's going to be their birthday presents next year. Each one's getting a chicken. Yeah, oh, that's right. We have another session at 8. Chat, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm tired. We're going to be live tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. This is a packed packed schedule for me, right? New York, Asian for the entire holidays. It's tough. I like in Asian session, by the end of the day, I'm losing my voice. Like that's just how it is. So it's a little tough, right? Because it adds up, right? 4 hours in the morning, 2.5, 3 hours in the evening. It's, you know, roughly 6 to 7 hours of just talking. So
This is live, my friend.
it's a lie, yeah, but it wears on you, right? It wears me. I get tired as well. So yeah, I'm gonna drink. So funny you guys say lemon and honey. I got tea over here with lemon and honey. Check that out. Perfect. Yeah, my girl brought me that. She heard me probably getting raspy.
Anyway, let's call it a session. I'll see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you enjoyed the trade, drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on notifications. This way you know when we're on. Make sure you pay attention to the 24th on Donvo's channel. I think he's been running a live for a little while with that date, so pay attention to that date. Other than that, chat, love and wisdom to you all. Mods, thank you so much for coming through, helping me run the stream. My God, appreciate you as always. Everyone in the Zoom, Mateus, Pozo, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for taking a trade with me. Thank you guys for supporting. You guys are some real ones. Appreciate it. And
Thanks, Wix.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate what you are doing for us, and
I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it, my friend. Enjoy showing up here. It's good. I just wish my voice was a little better, a little stronger. Okay, that's our session. As I said, love and wisdom to you all, and I will see you guys on the other side at 8 p.m. Eastern for Asian session. Tomorrow we'll be back again at 7:30, 8 a.m. Eastern for New York to finish, not to finish off the week, but yeah, to continue the week. Yeah, tomorrow we'll finish it off on Asian session. All right, great session. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you guys later. Oh, and just like that, another New York session is in the books. Almost forgot.
Oh, bro, don't forget again.
Nah, I got it. Later.